What if this war had never been won? What if time had hesitated at this very moment? What if, instead of victory, there had only been silence? What if, in the year 1302, in a modest and overlooked region of Anatolia, the word Ottoman had never entered history at all? No kings would rise, no banners would cross the oceans, no victories would linger in memory, nor would conquests reshape the future of civilizations. There would be no empire to be feared. No history passed down to future generations. No shadow stretching across centuries would ever emerge. Only a fragile possibility would remain behind, a future erased before it ever found the chance to exist. On the edge of a collapsing world, as old authorities lost their power, as ancient systems fell one by one, Byzantium still believed it could endure. It was damaged, exhausted. Yet it believed time would still work in its favor. Before it stood no empire, not yet. There was only a small frontier force gathered around Osman Bey. Bound not by destiny, but by the struggle to survive. This conflict was not fought to write history, nor to establish a world empire. The purpose of this war was clear, but it was not limitless. Yet if it were lost, it held the potential to erase an unrealized future from the pages of history. Now let us pause for a moment and consider another possibility. The battlefield unfolds differently. Byzantine cavalry holds their position. The structure of the front remains intact. There's no change in momentum. Ottoman soldiers begin to scatter. Orders are lost amid the noise. Confidence slowly begins to fracture. Chaos spreads, faster than commands, faster than reason, faster than hope. In this scenario, Osman Bey is defeated, and with that single defeat, the Ottoman name, without ever finding the chance to rise again, fades into the shadows. No rise, no second attempt. Without success, there is no progress. Without progress, no step forward is taken. Without steps, foundations cannot be laid. And without foundations, a nation cannot be born. Borderlands open up. Frontiers dissolve. The fragile unity vanishes in silence. Powers merge back into the past. Forgotten, unrecorded, unmourned. Byzantium breathes a little easier. It gains time. The inevitable is postponed to a later date, and the weight of history quietly shifts in another direction. Perhaps Constantinople does not face defeat in that era. Perhaps the Balkans develop under different banners. Perhaps Europe grows with a different fear under a new threat. Empires do not form by coincidence. They are not born of prophecy or chance. They rise upon foundations. They exist by surviving. At moments when they stand closer to extinction than to victory. Sometimes a single defeat is enough to erase ages that have yet to be lived. Erased generations, untold stories, names never spoken. But history did not choose this path. At Bapheus, the Ottomans did not fall. They resisted. They endured. They left behind the moment when the threat of erasure was at its peak. And as they continued to survive, they began to advance, first with slow steps, then with caution, but always with a purpose. From that single success, from that fragile victory, an empire began to take root. It was not inevitable. It was not written by fate, but it was alive. History is written by the victors. It records their names, their victories, their legacies. What truly shapes history are the moments that can destroy everything. The wars, where all stands on the brink of annihilation. History was laid before our eyes like a film. This is Shadow of the Eagle.